Recording in progress.
You studied Servlet forwarding, Servlet including. Forwarding including, will it work in the between two different servers? Forwarding works within the server only, including also works within the server only. But between two different servers means we have to go for another concept, Servlet redirecting. Next, write it. Servlet redirecting. Note on Servlet redirecting. Forwarding works within the server only, including works within the server only. Forwarding and including works within the server only. Now, you observe, suppose online shopping example, if you take online shopping sites, many sites are there like Amazon, Flipkart, Big Basket, Myntra, so many are there. There you can pay money through many payment methods are there like UPI is there, net banking is there, debit card is there, credit card is there, wallets are there, so many options are there. For that, payment gateways are there, many gateways. Now, any gateway and any bank, many banks will be there, many bank servers. Suppose here, these are shopping sites, these are gateways, these are bank servers. So, all shopping sites connected with all gateways and all gateways connected with all bank servers like this. Now again all gateways connected with all bank servers like that we have. Now you can choose any payment method, it will accept. Any payment gateway or any payment bank, it is possible. But these are shopping servers, these are gateways, these are bank servers. Three servers communication. It is not possible with forwarding including. That purpose we have to go for redirecting. Okay. Redirecting. Online students, listen the class, end of the session, I'll clarify your doubt. See, Servlet redirecting. Note on. Passing control from one servlet to another servlet. Passing control from one servlet to another servlet is called as servlet redirecting. Passing control from one servlet to another servlet is called as servlet redirecting. Passing control from one servlet to another servlet is called as servlet redirecting. Passing control from one servlet to another servlet is called as servlet redirecting. Now, redirecting means just passing control from one servlet to another servlet. That is called redirecting. But forwarding means forwarding request and response from one servlet to another servlet. Including means including request and response of one solid into another solid. So whatever you studied last session, forwarding and including, in both the cases, request and response. But here, just control. Passing control from one solid to another solid is called as solid redirecting. See, forwarding diagram you have seen. Forwarding diagram. Suppose it is first solid. It is second solid. Suppose it is a first solid. It is second solid. It is server. It is a web server. It is first solid. It is second solid. Now it is a web client. It is a web client. See, you studied solid forwarding. From client system, I am sending request to first solid. First solid executed. After that, request response forwarded to second solid. Second solid executed. Then output comes from second solid. Like this, you studied solid forwarding. We are sending request to which solid? First solid. From which solid output coming? Second solid. How many solids executed? 2 solids. And from year to year, what is forwarded? Request and response. Request refers one object. Response refers one object. That data also transferred. Okay. But redirecting different. If you send request like this, first solid executed. First solid executed. After this, here I'll write redirect. Then control password to browser, and from browser again new request comes. See, first what you will do is here you'll write like this. http://2 localhost 8082. Suppose var file name redirect. URL pattern first. You'll send the request like this. Okay. You will send the request like this. First solid executed. Here I'll write redirect. Then control comes to browser. And here URL pattern changed. First to second. URL pattern changed. First to second. From browser, one more request comes to second solid. Then second solid code executed. And second solid code executed. Here, second solid code executed. And from here, output comes to browser. Here I am sending request to first solid. First solid executed. And control comes to browser. From browser, URL pattern changed. New request comes from browser. Second solid executed. And output comes. This is one request. This is response. Again it is request. Again it is response. Here, between first solid and second solid, browser involvement is there. But in forwarding, server implicitly forwards. That information browser doesn't know. but this information browser knows. So your browser involvement is there, but your data will not come, only control comes. Now, this is called redirecting. Now, how many requests are there? How many responses are there here? 2 requests, 2 responses. But in forwarding, 1 request, 1 response. But in redirecting, every servlet separate request created. This is new request. It is another request. So whatever you send request, that request vanished here itself. 1 response comes here. After that, new request created. It is new response. So for every servlet, new request and response created in redirecting. This is different. That is different. This is different. Here browser knows. Browser knows. With the browser only, 1 more request comes to second servlet. Now first servlet not passing control to second servlet. First servlet sending response to browser, browser sending request to server. Suppose 1 task I'll give you. You will give to 1 more person. That person will give to 1 more person. At last you'll bring the task. That is called forwarding. I'll give 1 task to you. With my permission only, you'll give to 1 more person. That is redirecting. Without asking my permission, you are forwarding to 1 more person. That is forwarding. So here, from year to year, control passed. How it is passed? With helping of browser only passed. Here browser involvement is there. There browser involvement is not there. Got it? This is redirecting. Note. Say from client system, I am sending request to first servlet. First servlet executed. After that, response comes from first servlet to browser. URL pattern changed. Again, request comes to second servlet. Second servlet executed. Response comes from second servlet. Like this, redirecting. So here 2 lines, we will call it as redirecting. Here, server instructs the browser to execute next URL. That is also right. In redirecting, server instructs the browser to execute next URL. In redirecting, server instructs the browser to execute next URL. In redirecting, server instructs the browser to execute next URL. In redirecting, server instructs the browser to execute next URL. See, forward program you studied. Just same program, I'll change to redirecting. Then what will be happen? See, after that notes I'll give. How to redirect? See. Same program, forward program only, I'll make it as redirecting. HTTP servlet response method. Send redirect. It is used to redirect the control. Note. It is used to redirect the control. So send redirect method we use to redirect the control from one solid to another solid. HTTP solid response. It is HTTP specific service. Now, is it over? So here URL pattern of solid or JSP file name or HTML file name, even other technologies also supports. So Java to .NET, Java to PHP, Java to Python also possible. So other technology URL pattern also you can write. Redirecting only control password. That is the reason other technology also you can pass request. Okay. See. Already forward program you studied. Forward program. Okay, diagram I didn't save, I think. Now, the forward program I'll execute. Give me answer. Here I'll ask some questions. Run on server. Now I'm typing URL in address bar. Homepage.html resource I'm typing. Now my request password to homepage.html. This requested type is get type or post type. Which type? Get type. Get type request password. Now we got a output. Now I'll click on login hyperlink. Request password to login.html. Request password to login.html. Get type request password or post type request. Again get type only password. We got a login.html. Here I'll type username and password. Okay. Now request password to which program? Which program? Login solid. Request password to login solid. Which type of request password? Post type. Because in this program already we written method equal to post. If we don't write anything, get. Okay. By default get. If I click on submit button, my request password to login solid. Which type request? Post type request password. Login solid will forward to which solid? Welcome solid. Here, if I click on submit button, how many programs executed? 2 programs. What are those? Login solid, welcome solid. Login solid executed, welcome solid executed. 2 solids executed. In the address bar, which solid URL pattern appears? Login solid URL pattern appears. Output comes from which solid? Welcome solid. From login.html to login solid, which type request password? Post type. Same request password to welcome solid or new request? Same request. That means that request which type? Post type only. Okay. Now you'll get output welcome. Say welcome AAA. This output from welcome solid. This is URL pattern of login solid. Just in the forward place, I'll write redirect. Same program, one line I'll change. Okay. Once you observe, I'll open login.html. It is login.html. Here, if I click on submit button, the value of action attribute executed in form tag. It is URL pattern of login solid. Post type request passed. Login solid will receive post type request. Here request dispatcher we used. We are forwarding into welcome solid. Welcome solid will receive here post type request. That's what here also do post. Now login solid also do post we return. Do post. Okay. Welcome solid also we return do post because same type of request passed. Okay. Now in the place of forwarding, I'll write redirect. Just these two lines I'll remove. Now I'll write redirect. For redirecting, what is the method name? See, send redirect. That method in which interface? See, HTTP solid response. HTTP solid response reference already present. So response dot send redirect. Here URL pattern of which solid? Login solid. Welcome solid. See, response dot send redirect. What I'm passing? Welcome. Now control pass it to welcome solid. Now here we return do post. Post type request came. I'm passing request to welcome solid. Is it same request passed or new request comes? Same request or new request? New request. Just now diagram you have seen. Server to browser, browser to server. Server to browser, browser to server. It is new request coming. New request which type comes? Get type comes. Now already in welcome solid what we written? Then what will happen? Error comes. Here what we have tried actually? Do get. We have tried do get. But what I written? Do post. Up to here I'll execute. What will happen? See. Sometimes what will happen? Old program only running. You have seen already. If it is old program running, I'll change the server. I'll restart the server. I'll restart the Eclipse. I'll show you. Sometimes it will be happen. You have seen already. So I'll run this program. Run on server. Save. Restart the server. If it is not working, I'll restart Eclipse also. But sometimes old program also running. It's happened. You have seen already. Now homepage.html. Okay. Login.html. Username. Password. If I click on submit button, how many programs executed? 2 programs. Login solid, welcome solid. Login solid to welcome solid, I return redirect. Redirect I return. Okay. New request comes. New request, get type request comes. We return do post. So output should be error. In the address bar, URL pattern of welcome solid. Now URL pattern changed here. In forwarding, URL pattern not changed. Okay. See, if I click submit, see, you are getting error. 405 method not allowed. HTTP method get is not supported by this URL. Why this error? Request type is get, but what we return method? That is the reason error. If this is also not matched, this error also comes. This screenshots also they are sending to my mail ID. This is very simple, no? Either get is there, their post is there. That's what error coming. Yesterday also I given replay for these all. So many mails came. Get HTTP method get is not supported by this URL. Method request type and method name must match. It is not matched, error coming. Okay. Now HTTP method get is not supported by this URL because here what is happening? Login.html to login Servlet post type request coming. That is the reason we written here do post. We written do post. But here I written redirect. Then control password to browser, from browser to server. Get type request comes. But here do post is there. This is not supported. That is the reason this error coming. HTTP method get type request coming, but it is not supported by this URL. Here do post is there, not supported. This is the error coming. Now what are the changes required? Only here do get. Over. Now it is get. Okay. I'll save. I'll run. Right click. Right click. Run on server. Save. Sometimes again old output only comes. It will be happen. But now output should come now because I written do get. Here homepage.html login username password. If I click submit button, see output coming, but what you are getting? Welcome null. New request. It does not contain data. It is not same request, no, new request. In the new request, what will be there? Nothing will be there. That's what null. See here, this output from which Servlet? Welcome Servlet. In address bar which Servlet? Welcome Servlet. Welcome Servlet URL pattern. But in between HTML and welcome Servlet, one more Servlet executed. That is login Servlet. Here you are getting null. Data you are not getting, only control coming. That is the reason this definition I given here. Passing control from one Servlet to another Servlet is called as Servlet redirecting. Only control comes. Data will not come in this case. But it is possible between 2-3 servers communication also. It is possible with Java to .NET also, Java to Python also, Java to PHP also, Java to Ruby also, Java to Cold Fusion also, any technology possible. Okay. First, this program, no need to write only one line. So one line that if condition, write it enough. Only this part, write it enough. Otherwise, print writer onwards, write it like a previous program type. Here, example, login Servlet.java. Example, login Servlet.java. Here, first one line, same as above. Write this program. Again, same as above. Remaining code same. No change. So two programs executed whenever you click on submit button. Login.html to login solid is get type post type request. Login solid to welcome solid is get type request. That's what you are trying to get. Is it over? Login solid. Welcome solid. What I changed? Only method name I changed. Just sure that is right. Welcome solid.java. Remaining same as above. Only method name do post do get public void do get HTTP solid request HTTP solid response. Same as above. So already previous program you have seen same code, no change. Only method get a post place get a return. Method only post place get a return. Is it over? Here just method name I changed. Previously do post, now do get. Do post to place, do get a return. That's it. Is it completed? So previously it was do post. Now I return do get in welcome solid. Now forwarding and redirecting differences and common concepts I'll give. Next, write it. Solid forwarding versus solid redirecting. 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 No done. What is forwarding? What is redirecting? Definition you studied. Forwarding request and response of one solid to another solid is called as solid forwarding. Here passing control from one solid to another solid is called as solid redirecting. Solid forwarding versus solid redirecting. Forwarding request and response of one solid to another solid is called as solid forwarding. Passing control from one solid to another solid is called as solid redirecting. See, request and response forwarded from one solid to another solid is called solid forwarding. Here, control passed from one solid to another solid. It is called solid redirecting. Next, in forwarding, server implicitly forwards a request and response. In forwarding, server implicitly forwards the request and response from one solid to another solid. In forwarding, server implicitly forwards the request and response from one solid to another solid. In redirecting, server instructs a browser to execute. In redirecting, server instructs a browser to execute next solid. So, in forwarding, browser involvement is not there. In redirecting, browser involvement is there. Okay. In forwarding, browser will not involve. Server only implicitly forwards. In redirecting, server instructs a browser to execute next solid. In forwarding, URL pattern changed or not changed? Changed or not changed? Not changed. Redirecting, changed. In forwarding, URL pattern is not changed. In redirecting, URL pattern is changed. In forwarding, URL pattern is not changed. In redirecting, URL pattern is changed. In forwarding, URL pattern is not changed. In redirecting, URL pattern is changed. Say, first I written forwarding program. Next I written redirecting program. In forwarding program, here in the address bar login solid URL pattern came. But redirecting welcome solid URL pattern coming. So URL pattern changed here. In forwarding, URL pattern is not changed. In redirecting, URL pattern is changed. Whenever you click on submit button, two solids executed. In forwarding, what is happened? Login solid URL pattern came, but output came from welcome solid. In redirecting, in address bar, welcome solid URL pattern. So URL pattern changed. That is. In forwarding, what is the output we got it here? Well, forwarding. Welcome username. In redirecting, null. Here data not coming. Only control coming. That's what null. Write this one. In forwarding, both data and control pass it to next solid. In redirecting, only control pass it to next solid. In forwarding, both data and control pass it to next solid. In redirecting, only control pass it to next solid. In forwarding, both data and control pass it to next solid. In redirecting, only control pass it to next solid. In forwarding, new request coming or old request coming? Old request. Here redirecting, new request. Okay. Say, fifth one. In forwarding, only one pair of request and response created by web container. In redirecting, in forwarding, only one pair of request and response created by web container. In redirecting, separate pair of requests. In redirecting, separate pair of request and response created by web container for every solid. In redirecting, separate pair of requests and response created by web container for every solid. So in forwarding, both data and control pass it to next solid. In redirecting, only control pass it to next solid. In forwarding, only one pair of requests and response created by web container. In redirecting, separate pair of requests and response created by web container for every solid. Suppose 10 solids are there. Forward, forward, forward. If you write, how many pairs created? One pair. Here redirecting, redirect 10 solids. If I write, how many pairs? 10 pairs created. Say, I given diagrams in a forwarding and including, like that only. Suppose it is first solid, it is second solid. Here, suppose request response created. This request response created. Created by web container for first solid. Created by web container for first solid. Like this, received. Request response. This is only hand over to second solid. Now, suppose here I'll write forward. Here I'll write forward. This is forwarded. So here one more pair not created. Whatever is created for first solid, that is only forwarded to second solid. This is forwarding. But in redirecting, separate pair created. Note down. It is another pair created by web container for second solid. If you write redirect, separate pair created. It is new pair created for second solid. That's what it contains null. In forwarding, only one pair of request and response created by web container. So here created for first solid, that is only forwarded to second solid. In redirecting, separate pair of request and response created by web container for every solid. This request response created for first solid, it is vanished here itself. Another request response created for second solid, that is passed. So year different, year different. Every solid separate pair created. That request contains nothing. That is the reason we are getting output null. See, You assume first servlet like a login servlet, second servlet like a welcome servlet. Whenever you click on submit button of login.html, request comes to login servlet. Username password comes forwarded to welcome servlet. That is same username password comes here. That's what welcome username printed. Here, assume this first servlet like a login servlet, this second servlet like a welcome servlet. When you click on submit button of login.html, control comes to login servlet. Username password received, but redirected no. Then this data vanished here itself. New request, new response created. Then it contains nothing. That's what null you are getting output. Okay. Forwarding different, redirecting different. Is it over? Now, next write it. 7th point, 6th point. Forwarding supports to forward servlet to servlet, comma, servlet to JSP and servlet to HTML. Forwarding supports to forward servlet to servlet, servlet to JSP and servlet to HTML. Redirecting supports to redirect servlet to servlet, redirecting supports to redirect servlet to servlet, comma, JSP, comma, HTML, comma, ASP, comma, ASP.NET, comma, PHP, dash dash, etc. Any technology you can pass. So Java to .NET also possible, Java to Python also possible, PHP, HTML, everything possible. But why forwarding not possible? Think yourself and give me answer. In forwarding, request response forwarded. Request nothing but some object, some data will be there. Whatever is created by Java, that is .NET object, how it will understand? The technology different, no? That's what not possible. Here, control only password. Data is not password. That's what possible. Here, what will happen? Object, whatever Java object .NET cannot understand, no? Here, object password, request nothing but it is a reference of some object. That object data password. Java object .NET cannot understand. That's what not possible. Here, other technologies also possible because only control password. Next, 7th one. Forwarding works within the server only. Redirecting works within the server and between two different servers also. Redirecting works within the server and between two different servers also. Redirecting works within the server and between two different servers also. Forwarding works within the server only. Redirecting works within the server and between two different servers also. So up to here, forwarding versus redirecting completed. I'll ask some questions. Give me answer first of all. First, is it over? Writing is completed. I'll ask some questions. Give me answer. Say online shopping examples. Online shopping. Online shopping servers. Many servers are there. Okay. Amazon server, Flipkart server, Big Basket server, Myntra server, like this. So many are there. Gateways also Master, Visa, RuPay, NEFT, like RTGS. So many are there. Bank servers also ICICI server, HDFC server, and SBI server, like that. Many are there. Now you can select any shopping site, any payment gateway, any bank possible, because like this communication is there. So this server to this server, like this, all servers, communication is there. So like this communication possible. That is the reason any server to any server possible. Again, here to here also, because same gateway, many banks also using same gateway, same payment gateway, many banks using. Okay. Now, suppose you'll purchase some items here. You'll purchase some items here in Amazon web server, Amazon website. Now, you'll purchase some items. You'll select payment gateway, and through debit card or credit card, you are paying money. Suppose you are paying money through debit card now, or credit card, whatever it may be. Now, in Amazon website, you will enter your debit card number. Is it Amazon server knows, is it valid or not valid? No, it doesn't know, because it is not issued by Amazon. It is not issued by Amazon. Okay. So now this debit card we have to pass to payment gateway server. Payment gateway. Here to here. Is it possible forwarding? Is it possible to write forwarding? No, because forwarding works within the server only. But Amazon server is different, and payment gateway server is different. Not possible. Is it possible redirecting? Yes, redirecting possible. But in redirecting, will it data comes? No, but only control comes. But you entered credit card number there. That number should come no here. That number will not come. What it come? Null comes. You have seen. Welcome ABC you have seen. But here welcome null coming. So is it possible with forwarding? No. Why it is not possible? Forwarding works within the server only. But in forwarding, data also comes. Data also comes. Forwarding data also comes, but problem is forwarding doesn't support between two different servers. So forwarding not possible. Redirecting possible, but will it data comes? No, only control comes. But how to bring the data? One more concept. Okay. One more concept is there, session tracking. So here to here, we have to bring the debit card number or credit card number. Control, okay, control comes. That's what one more concept is there, session tracking. With that, we can bring the data. You can write redirect also, you can bring the data also. That is possible. Okay. Again, here, payment gateway will receive that card number. Valid or not valid, it will check. But if it is debit card, balance is there or not, it has to check. If it is credit card, amount is exceeded or not, it has to check. Credit limit will be there, no? Credit card limit will be there. 1 lakh or 2 lakhs or 5 lakhs, some limitation is there. The limitation it has to check. But gateway server doesn't know that the limit is exceeded or not. It is bank server knows. So again, that should be passed to this server also. So here you are purchasing items. Here your card is valid or not valid, checked. Here balance is there or not, checked. Or amount is exceeded or not, checked. So 3 servers communication is going on. But a 3 servers communication means forwarding not possible. Redirecting possible. But in redirecting, data will not come. Now, if you bring the data also, null comes. If you try to bring also, you got a null. Like that, credit card number, debit card number, if you return, null comes. That's what one more concept is there, session tracking. With that, we can bring the data also. Okay. So here 3 servers communication. And also this Amazon server, maybe .NET, payment gateway, maybe Java. This is bank server, maybe PHP. 3 different technologies also. So while developing application, is it Java required or .NET required? Like based on gateway, these are no need to select. You can develop your own, whichever you want. And no need to depend on one particular technology also. You can select. Depends upon your characteristic, depends upon manpower, depends upon many characteristics will select. Okay. Then they can select any technology. This can be Amazon server can be any technology, gateway can be any technology, bank server can be any technology. Different technologies communication possible with redirecting. Okay. So for this, one more concept required, session tracking. Before going to session tracking, one concept required, string handling concept in core Java. To understand session tracking further programming, that is I'll explain first. After that session tracking I'll explain. In core Java, you studied. I'll ask some questions in core Java string handling topic that is required for session tracking. While writing session tracking program, that concept required. String S1 equal to null. Here string S2 equal to null. Both are same or different? Both are same or different? Different? Sure. How many people answer different? Just raise your hand. Okay. Online students? How many people answer different? Raise your hand. Online students? Only 8 members out of 282. Okay. Uh, 66. Okay. How many people answer same? Just raise your hand. One person. 2 members. One more person is there. Okay. 2 members. Online students. So in online, majority people no answer first. Here, it is not same. It is different. Okay. It is different. Okay. Answer is majority people given right answer in offline. It is not same. Different. Okay. Now what's the difference? What is this? I'm not getting. String value. It is. What is that? This is considered as a value. This is considered as empty. Next. Any other? It is called string literal. It is called object literal. Okay. Next. Any other difference? Next. Say different answers came. 2 different answers I heard. One is it is value, it is not a value. It is string literal, it is object literal. Any other? Whatever you know, that is give answer. Now, in this line and in this line, difference is there or not? Give me answers. Whatever you know, that is give answer. In this line, object created. In this line, object not created. Okay. Next. 3 different answers came. Next. In this line, memory created in string constant pool. Here, heap area. Okay. Next. Any other you identified? Online students also, many people given answers. So what they given different? Double quotes also they given. See. Here you observe. Whatever you given, all are right answers only. See, this is called string literal. This is called object literal. In this line, object created. In this line, object not created. Okay. This is created in string constant pool. It is not created in string constant pool. These all right answers only. All right answers only. Okay. Now, string S1 equal to null. If you write string S1 equal to null, if you write, it is called string literal. First, this is the main difference. It is string literal. Okay. It is object literal. How many categories of literals are there in Java? How many categories of literals? Literals nothing but constants. How many categories of literals? What happened? Very basics. How many categories? 6 categories. 6 integer literals, 8 primitive data types. I am asking literals. Integer literals, floating point literals, character literals, string literals, Boolean literals, object literals. 6 categories of literals. Positive number, negative number, 0 are called integer literals. Point something is there. Floating point literal. 1 character in single quotes. Character literal. 1 character or many character in double quotes. String literal. True and false. Boolean literal. Null. Object literal. That is. So, this is string literal. This is object literal. This is null as a value be written. Here, what will be happen? Null. Every string literal itself an object of string class. So, here one object created. String object created. In this object, null will be stored. Null will be stored. This object referred by S1. This object referred by S1. What S1 contains? What S1 contains? Hash code. What happened? Here. S2. What S2 contains? Null. Here no hash code because object is not created. So this null is different. This null is different. String S1 equal to null if you write, it is string literal. It is object literal. Double quotes is there. In a double quotes, if you write 1 character also, many characters also, if you don't write also, if you write empty space also, string literal only. You are writing double quotes means string literal. And you are writing null means object literal. Null only is there, object literal. If object is created, that object hash code stored. If object is not created, null will be stored. That is the main difference. Okay. This is created in string constant pool. It is outside. That is also, first you write this one. First write this one. Every string literal itself an object of string class. Every string literal itself an object of string class. So year null different, year null different, not same. Is it over? Suppose I'll write here if S1 not equal to null. If S1 not equal to null, system dot out dot println hello. If I execute this code, what will be the output? Same code I'll write here. If S2 not equal to null, if S2 not equal to null, if I write here system dot out dot println hello. Now, in first case, output is hello. Here output is hello. Here output, here no output. Okay. Say S1, what it contains? Hash code. Hash code not equal to null. Hash code not equal to null, true or false? True. Then hello. Here what it contains? Null. Null not equal to null. False. That's what? No output. Write this one. Is it over? So S1 contains hash code. Hash code not equal to null. True. Then hello printed. S2 contain null. Null not equal to null. False. Not. Okay. Suppose if I write if S1 double equal to null, system dot out dot println. Hello. Here and here same code I'll write. If S2 double equal to null, system dot out dot println. Hello. Give me answer. Here no output. Here hello. Write this one. S1 double equal to null. Hello. S2 double equal to null. Hello. Here hash code will be there. Hash code double equal to null. False. No output. Here null is there. Null double equal to null. True. Then hello. Is it completed? You studied one more concept. Equals method you studied, no? That is all right. Give me answer. If S1 dot equals null, system dot out dot println hello. If S1 dot equals hello, null. System dot out dot println hello. Give me answer. Same code I'll write here. If S1 S2 dot equals null, system dot out dot println hello. No. Here what is output? S1 dot equals null. What is output? What is output? Hello. Here first, do you know the difference between equals method and equals operator? What's the difference? Equals method checks the content of object, nothing but value. Equals operator compares the hash code. Okay. Now S1 dot equals null. This S1 comparing this value. Okay. Equals method compares the value, content of object. Here what is there? Null. Null equals null. True or false? So what is output? Output hello. Here what is output? No output. How many people answer no output? Just raise your hand. Okay, online students. Okay, if I click, that is vanished. Now, how many people answer hello? Just raise your hand. But remaining people, you didn't select hello, you didn't select null, you didn't select no output. What is your answer? Those who didn't give answer, what is your answer? No output. How many will answer no output? Just raise your hand. See how many people are giving answer. Majority people no answer. No. Give me answer. What those who didn't give answer? What is your answer? Is it advanced Java question? Core Java question. First equals method, what it will check? Content of object. Here. The object content checked. Is there any object? Then how it will check? For checking purpose, error comes. No output also wrong. Null pointer exception. This pointer doesn't points to object. Is there is no object to check? This is called null pointer exception. Here, it is called pointer. Implicitly pointer only. This points to object. It doesn't points to object. That is called null pointer. So, it is exception, runtime error. Null pointer exception. Right, this one? Null pointer exception. That is null pointer exception. So equals method checks the content of object. Equals operator checks the hash code. Here object is not there. How it will check? Object is not there here. Then error comes. Runtime error. Null pointer exception. Equals method, if you want to call, object required. Object is not there. So it's an error. These points, remember, in session tracking, every session tracking method we use this concept. That session tracking, tomorrow I'll explain. Okay. Tomorrow you'll see continuation. Session tracking is a most important topic concept in Servlets. Most important concept.